Alright then folks, it's monthly mashup. So everything I've painted this month, stuff that's coming up, things I've done, all that jazz, as you can see. Wabba! These are the cars I've done this month. Not too bad, to be honest, considering I didn't do anything for about 2 weeks. I busted out a war rig, trailer, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a competition car in the last few days. You know, because we can. So yeah, so these are all the cars I've done this month. So we'll quickly talk through them like we normally do. Then we'll talk about some other stuff. I'll show you stuff I've got coming up, what's in progress. Yeah, like normal. But it's a bit of a second video, so you know, like it's going to be. So rather than piss about, I'm just going to put my turntable there. So they're in the background, but they're also at the front, in no particular order because. Yeah, well, actually, no particular order. Some of these cars obviously had videos of their own already, like this School Busted, the Shorty School Bus build, which had its own video, and all the weather and all that stuff, so there's not much need to talk about this. Mixture of parts on it, Animal Industry, North Star. Came out really nice, super happy with it. Everyone that's watched my videos has seen it before. If you haven't, watch the video. I ain't got that large amount of videos. I still don't know how to put the link below for the video. So yeah, so it's mostly well, this is all decal graffiti on this one. Like I said in the video about it, that came out really good. Super pleased with it. So awesome. Next car, actually this is in order, so this is handy. It's the Red Baron. Again, had its own video, so not much need to say about this. Again, 32 Ford mixed with a T-bucket, so the chassis and the front end's all T-bucket. And the body, the interior is 32 Ford. Nice easy one. Dust paint games, rocket launcher on top, missile launcher, whatever you want to call it. That's it, done, dusted. Quick, easy, awesome little build. One of my favourite cars. I say it's about every car, but this is how it works. If I'm not 100% with it, then it tends to go onto my eBay, which is a pain. And then I've only got limited space for cars. I've got rid of all my other custom cars. Let's put another car on while we talk about this. Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah, so I've got rid of all my custom Hot Wheels pretty much that I made in the past. I'm not doing normal customs anymore really, unless they're for commissions. And I'll do some gases again when I get round to it. I've got a couple of gases in the works at the moment. We'll talk about those in the coming up. But yeah, so I've not been doing any custom cars anymore. I've flogged off most of my custom cars, flogged off most of my premium cars, apart from a couple. I've got a little box of 25 cars that I'm keeping of various types, rare ones and ones that are rare to me and ones that people have traded me and stuff. And then all the customs that other people have made me, the 25 or so customs that I've got from my friends, I've still got all those as well, obviously, because I would never get rid of them. They mean something to me, as they should. So yeah, I've got Thomas the Tank Engine. Didn't have its own video, but this is my walking train, obviously, steam train. Legs and the guns on the front from Dice Planet Games. They were good mates of mine. I say good mates of mine because you can have good mates that you haven't actually met yet. But I've been talking to those guys for 2 years now. I'm buying parts of them for 2 years now, and so yeah, I talk to them most days. So always good life, and they're always good. And they've been helping me as well with stuff about my selling and stuff like that. So we'll talk about that later on. We'll do another walker quick. This does not stand on here when it's spinning, which is a pain. It does stand by itself. It's my turtle van. Again, Dice Planet Games legs and weapons. That came out from the fact that the Dice Planet Games legs only come in packs of 4. Which is handy. I could have got, like, if I spoke to them, I could have got like less or more, but I got 2 packs of 4, and I split them up between the 2 vehicles. I made the turtle first, and I had an extra set left, and I thought I could do a 4-legged tank engine, but I could do a 6-legged tank engine. That'd be cooler. So that's what I did. Got this Highway Patrol buggy. I'll call it a buggy because it's about the buggy size. 32 Ford again. Already came with the State Trooper decals. I just painted over it and then did washes and sponge to give it some texture. Dust Paint Games flamethrower on the top. Both my law vehicles at the moment have got flamethrowers, which is cool. Don't mind that in the slightest. I will be doing a proper law a video on a 50 can law build, so 2 vehicles probably. some point in the future. It's on my whiteboard of things to do. It's got a Cayenne Pursuit Designs air filter on top of the standard 34. That was a real, as soon as the car, it turned up in a, I think it was in a trade box. As soon as it rocked up and I got it out, I knew exactly what was going to happen to that, which is sometimes how it works. Got this Usenberg, which is basically a Duesenberg. Obviously the scale's a bit out because you'd have to be absolutely tiny to fit in the cab bit, but that's another one. That was bright orange when I got it. It lends itself so well that I knew that like a sort of really dark purple, almost like a dark grey purple sort of colour would work. So it's black with a dry brush over the top, a couple of little MGs on the top, regal looking, but you know, still a bit haggardy. That was another build that just built itself really. And so was this one, Cobra I'm calling this one. This is a matte black, I want to say it's a so fine. Yeah, it is a so fine. It basically looks like a Merc, as in Mercury, not Merc as in Mercedes. It's called Cobra, obviously, after the Stallone film Cobra, because it's all wicked Merc led sled and that, which is absolutely trashed, but I've added a couple of machine guns on this. They're Cayenne Design machine guns. Blacked it out and then chromed different bits. Made the visor myself. It's a bit haggardy, but I don't mind that. No rust on this whatsoever for once. Just a bit of mesh front and back. I do some builds without rust, you know. We'll have another video car here. This is the Warito Burrito wagon. This rocked up and I knew exactly, I got this off Facebook with a load of other cars, like £1 cars. I knew exactly what I was going to do with this. As soon as I got it, it just wrote itself again. So I got used ammo by MIG stuff, which I got in. Bought specifically, not specifically for a video, but I was going to do a video. I did a video about them, weathering products, because I use the same weathering techniques again and again and again. So it's always nice to try something else. It might not necessarily change what you do in the end, but new products are always good to look at. One of my machine guns on the top, which I designed in Tinkercad and printed on my 3D printer, part of my modular gun set, but you can flat mount them, which is the whole point of this. It is slightly wonky, the gun, and I don't know if anyone noticed that. If you did notice it, I know. It's the wasteland, and if I think about it too much, it'll bug me. Got this ramp truck, which is like a super quick it's got cat hair on it, so my cats like to sleep on this table. I did a super quick Sunday night build this one. I think I built and painted this in hour and a half, 2 hours. Just sort of like got my decals on, the MC Monster Customs decals. It can be used as a bit of terrain. You could just use it as a big ram on a car. I plan to build a pickup truck with the ramp on the opposite side, so the ramp behind it, so you can use them to jump across if you want to play, etc. Yeah, super quick, super nice little build, this one. I really like this. See a few ramp trucks out there, but yeah, I just used a mishmash of different materials, different plastic hard off cuts and like granny grating and stuff like that. So that came out nice. Let's do my Mini. We've got a blue Mini with some rust. Now I did a slightly different rust technique on this. I used a file and absolutely scraped the hell out of this. One sec, the sun's going in. Let me just get my light back up. There we go. The auto exposure doesn't work properly on this phone for some reason. And it's quite a new phone, so that's quite annoying. But we've had conversations about this before. So anyway, yeah. So this is it's going to be part of my Italian job / sort of British themed team, which I'll talk about in the things that are coming up. Dice Mechanic Games mortar, my custom armour plating, so plasticard and rivets, and the little twin headlights in the grille as a nod towards the Italian job film itself. I think they're off a Ford something, like either side of the grille. I butchered them off to put them on. I used the front end of that for something else. That's what I always say about big bits boxes. My bits boxes has turned into bits crates with boxes in at the moment. I've got so many bits, count up my ears, but always good to keep little bits like that. That's what I'm trying to get at. Got this riveted, which I finished over the weekend just gone, or before the weekend just gone. Came to me as a shell and a base, no wheels, no interior, no glass, no engine, nothing like that. As part of a trade box. So I used majority of these are Tinkercad files. Tinkercad files? Thingiverse files that I changed the size on Tinkercad and printed out on my printer. So none of these are my files, but this is when I was first experimenting with my printer, seeing what you can do and what you can't do and what comes out and resize and stuff. These gun files are really good, but they're a bit big for me, so I scaled them down. So I thought I'd try them on a vehicle, and totally missing everything. The vehicle's pretty good. Engines are good as well. I'm going to talk about engines at the end of the video because I've been designing my own, so we'll talk about that later on. But yeah, nice little car like that. Because it's plastic as well, the body, you can absolutely damage the heck out of it. Another 3D printed conglomeration is this Way Too Fast, which I stole the engines out for something else. Another build. And use this massive Jag V12. It's basically a tank engine, really, isn't it? It's massive. Or a plane engine, like an aero engine. Called it the Meteor, a Marvellous Meteor, or Mighty Meteor, a Marvellous Meteor. Kept the standard exhausts that are already on it, on the Way Too Fast. Custom back bumper, which is a 3D printed, rocket launcher is 3D printed, and the engine is 3D printed. Everything else is either Hot Wheels or like the back wheels Matchbox. Really pleased with this. I mixed like a grey and a metallic colour together, and it came out with this really nice coppery metallic. I don't think I could do it again if I tried, so hence when I got some silver on the frame I had to paint the front half of the cab black. You know, I'm just letting out all my secrets here, but it came out lovely as always. There's no batteries in this, which is a shame, but this is my car of the month for Gaslands UK car. It's a Matchbox. It's a Hot Wheels, sorry, McDonald's car. But it's basically a Lotus Exige. So I did a few bits on this, obviously. Pink, a little bit of where Hello Kitty graphics, obviously. Change the wheels, pair of my machine guns in the bottom grille, which I cut out the back to put a set of tailpipes in there. Yeah, decals are by Walton Style, so it's on Walton, thank you mate, as always. And it's got red LEDs that light through the grille, the headlights, the scoop, and underneath the sides of the sills. Yeah, just a fun little build. Put this together in a day, just before the deadline. A couple more bits to go through. Got this flyer, this Lotus Europa. Again, 3D printed parts, not my parts, just files I found on Thingiverse. One little flying base that I made. Decorators on. I didn't put any tufts on this. I've just realised that's an undersight because I like a few tufts on stuff. It just breaks it up a little bit. But yeah, it came out super nice. Purple, because I don't do a lot of purple cars, and tried a dry brushing sort of blue glow effect for the hover part. Excuse me 1 second, some drink. I'm running out of steam. Mountain Dew. Citrus pasta. Sometimes that tastes alright, and that today just tastes jank for some reason. This one's got a lot of attention. I really wish I'd done a video about this now, but this Porsche Anarchy. These are all decals on this. Walton Style, Tom Walton's decals again. I picked the designs, found designs, and he made it so to speak. It was red. It is now sort of like a burgundy red. So it's sponge over black. Window armour is literally the glass that came on it with rivets on it, and then I used a plate from my bits box to make the little windscreen things. North Star rockets. Changed the wheels to these sort of like pepper pot. They're a bit like a set of Porsche alloys you could get back in the day, I think. And then the Anarchy symbol on the bonnet and the shark's mouth. Just came together really, really well. The reason why the decals have disappeared is A, because the decals are really, really good, and they're white back decals, so they've got white toner in them, so they show through. Remember my decal video when I reviewed this actual sheet that these came on with decals. I spoke about it there, but I gloss cleared it first, then I matte cleared it afterwards. Gloss cleared to even out the decals, so even out the surface. And use Microsol, Microset, or any decal softener like that. But I found lately, because of the type of paint, and obviously with the sponge technique, gives it a bit of texture. If I do like a fairly heavy gloss clear, it tends to even everything out. And then a matte clear over the top, so I don't lose that matte effect, which is handy. And if you're careful enough, especially with the rear lights, and if you spray down from the top, you can keep some of the gloss on the rear lights, which is what I tried to do. It was a sort of an experiment. It is a little bit glossy, but not as much as it could be. I have some, as you can see, it's sort of almost reflecting. That's because there's white behind, like a couple of lights. Just an experiment with colours and stuff like that. Always experiment, because you know, they're haggardly wasting vehicles. They look like shite. They look like shite. It doesn't make any difference. It's just as it is. This had its own video this month as well. In fact, this build series has had 3 videos this month. Well, this month or so. This last 6 weeks. On the old Big Bertha, it doesn't really fit on there either. So finished off my passenger carriage. My war rig. This one's down with me. The train theme one. So let me just zoom that in. Move the stern. I'll move those two. We'll save those for a minute. So yeah. So came together super well. If you haven't watched the video, watch the video. Lots of 3D printed parts in this, obviously because I've got a 3D printer and I like to try it out. Bits I designed myself. Zoom. There we go. Including this rear turret, which fits a North Star gunner. And this ball turret on the top, designed those myself. The wheels are from a file on Thingiverse. North Star, Thingiverse, and a few other bits and bobs on there. We've already seen this trailer as well, but that's there for a reason. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Spin. There we go. Mad Max cars. Now, follow me on social media. You know, I'm big on the old Mad Max, but I don't want to flog it to death. So I've done a few Mad Max builds. This is my Falcon XB Interceptor with Fury Road-ish stowage, side exhaust, and obviously a blower. I know the blower and certainly the hood scoop, the blower and the Wyand cow are too small, and they're also too far back. This was just a play about. Also the duckbill spoiler I made out of plastic card is a little bit too big, and there's no rear spoiler, but that's just the nature of the beast. So this was a good play, having a look to see what I could do. Drilling out the front end, taking all the grille out and the headlights, so I could put a flat plastic card in there to make it look like it does in the Road Warrior, and then with Fury Road style stowage. This, however, is a work in progress, and the front is my design. So I designed this front end in Tinkercad over the course of a couple of days. It was a bit of a pain. Once I'd worked out how to do it, it was okay. Trying to do everything self-taught and only rely on tutorials if I get stuck. So that's what I did. It's also 2-piece. So I've sent a few of these out to a couple of friends of mine for them to have a look at, see how they go with them. It isn't 100% screen accurate, because I don't want to go 100% screen accurate, but you know from a distance when you look at it that it is a B8 Interceptor or a Falcon Interceptor. Well, you know it's the car from Mad Max. So the air dam at the bottom is removable. I went through about 8 incarnations to get this where it is, and there's a video obviously all about this. But yeah, this is still a work in progress. On my video about this, I said how I'm going to try and design all the other bits, etc. I'll do the exhaust myself, and I'll be honest here. Fran comes to designs, he does pretty much a spot on engine or blower setup and a spot on fuel tank. So there's no point in me designing those 2 pieces. It just doesn't see. No one had done a front that I could find 3D printed for this. That's why I did it, and I'm a big Mad Max fan. But Fran already does the other bits, so I'm not gonna do them myself again. It's just I just look at his design and the film, and they look exactly like his, because his are pretty spot on. And it's not plagiarism. I don't mind that, but he's a good person to talk to, and he's given me lots of help and techniques and tips, especially with getting my 3D printer. And I don't want to do that. It's not nice. It's just a bit shit, if I'm honest. So I don't need to design one myself. I can use his. Saves me a little bit of work. What I will be doing is the exhausts. I will not be doing the fender flares, so you know what I'm talking about on this. This is the green light version, the clean one. The fenders are slightly different. Nah, not for me. Anyway, we spoke about that already. Other things that's been going on this month. These. And just a hole. I just put a swathe of different bits down. I won't put everything down on here because it would just be boring. So obviously I've been designing and 3D printing mostly weapons for Gaslands. Machine guns, grenade launchers, turrets, modular turrets, a Gatling gun with a clockwork mechanism, which I'm really happy with. Thank you, Ramon, for all the advice and the ideas on that. A proper Gatling gun, etc. So I've been designing lots of 3D printed stuff. Roof racks. These are the painted up examples. So yeah, so I've been designing lots of stuff. I stopped for a few days because you can get burnt out really easily, and I'm not out of ideas. I've got pages of ideas. But give it a break. You know, I've got a young daughter. I've got other things to do. I didn't do any cars for like 2 weeks when I was doing designs. So that's my computer. Just had over an hour to update something, which is handy. And these are just printed off this morning, or the early hours this morning, because I didn't sleep. Which are the same roof racks I just showed you, but they've got my spotlight design on the front. So like rally style, Mad Max style. You can put them on anything. So I'll be doing a build with a couple of those anyway. And that brings us on to the latter part of the video, which is what's coming up. Boom. For starters, this. It's Wednesday. Obviously, this video's coming out today. It's WIP Work in Progress Wednesday. Gaslands UK, as it always is. And I put this up this morning. I've been building this. It's a really quick build. 2 days, 2.5 days of hour here, hour there. Obviously around a young daughter and family visiting over the weekend as well. Bang this together. It's a whole amalgamation of parts. I've got like a plastic zombie, Citadel skulls, Uncle Tony's garage front bumper with a different 3D printed front bumper put in front of it. My missiles on the top, my spotlight on the top. The truck itself is the cab and the front and back wheel arches are off one kit, the middle part's off another kit, the exhaust is off another kit. It's literally a proper bit spot raid. Calamso design window armour there, the rest is all plastic card and rivets. North Star like corrugated skirts, an engine for my bits box, because you know, a little engine on the back as well. Franz Calamso designs fuel drums, jerry cans, and some 3D printed wheels, and then the rest is all plastic card and rope, like really thin paracord and stuff like that. So yeah, underneath that is a Mercedes cab of some kind. Like I say, it literally came to me as the base, well, the middle part of the base, so the 2 wheel arches, and a cab, no interior, no windows, no nothing. So underneath, it's proper hodgepodge together. As you can see, I've got plastic card bracing everywhere, stitched it together the best I can. So the biggest Hot Wheel wheels I could find. I was going to do 3D printed wheels, but I think no, I won't. And the cool thing about this is, which is the reason why I built it, is it's going to pull my fuel tanker. So then I'll have a pair of war rigs, and then I've got another war rig I'm working on at the moment with another fuel tanker, which will probably be like for sale. I've done that to recoup some of the costs. The stuff like this is easy because it came as a part of a trade box and it was all just bits. These are not very expensive, and I already had that because I've got a HO railroad set up that has never been finished upstairs, which will probably never be finished because I've got no time for it. The track may become part of the diorama for Gaslands though, so, but we'll talk about it another time. So those bits are easy. The fuel tankers, the Matchbox Super Kings fuel tankers, aren't cheap. They're about £9 each with the cabs. I've got a cab here that I started work on, but didn't finish. So I've got another cab, I've got another trailer, and I've got another cab again, and I've got a car transport, a Lesney one, but it's a bit small. So I've got plenty of stuff to be working with. Other things I work on this month is the Citroen. The front's coming off of this. It's going to get a turret of some kind on the top and a big engine. It's going to be a bit sort of slime slash, you know, everything. So that'd be cool. Italian job slash England theme. Check the London cab. Not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I don't even know who makes this. Oh, it's a Max, so, you know, unbranded-ish. But I'll be doing something cool with this. I may go with, if everyone's seen the film Doomsday, just type in Doomsday Taxi. Could do something a bit like that. That'd be quite cool. I think it's Doomsday. Pretty sure it's Doomsday. Got the fastest production truck of the late 80s, early 90s. GMC Cyclone. I'm going to be doing a build video on this. Hopefully I'll do that today at some point, or maybe tomorrow, depends how tired I am. But yeah, going to be doing a build video on this. It was going to be part of my highway patrol team. I haven't decided if it is or not yet, but I want to use one of my new roof racks on this bed piece here. So it's cleverly rippled, like you've got a tonneau cover. So I'm going to put some rails across and put like a roof rack on there and put loads of supplies on there. Probably a set of guns, some armour, some wheel covers, because the Cyclone, they're very Zahura metal machines looking wheels. Don't really like those wheels, they piss me off. And like a front grille thing, it'd be cool. So that'd be a build video I might be doing today. I've got this as one of my customs. I did it a long time ago of a COE. Quite expensive. This has got real rods on it, but not the ones it came with. And it did have like a tip sort of bed on the back. I turned it into a pickup truck. I might use this as a cab for a war rig. I'm not sure yet. It probably will become a cab for a war rig. It's slightly narrow though. The other thing I've got is this Scamel, which is in bits for a video. This is going to become my Black Thumbs vehicle. As you can see, it scales massively off. I'm going to cover my Black Thumbs vehicle. I'm going to get a derrick on the back. It's 6-wheel as well, so that'll look really cool. That's another video. And last but no means least, I've got this Chevy Nova panel van that I've done some doohicking about, as per a video I did a few months back, which is actually going to become a normal custom, I think. Become a Gaslands custom, I don't know, probably not, probably should become a normal custom. I'm not going to go back to doing these all the time, but like I've said before, my hobby has to self-fund itself. Me producing my own parts and making my own parts, that funds it somewhat, and me picking up big bulk loads of cars and trading them back and forwards with people. You can trade up to stuff that you can sell, but the Gasser customs that I've always done have always had a good return for me. I do try quite hard with the Gasser customs, with the paint and the decals and stuff, and I think I try to do different stuff as well. So Nova panel van Gasser would be pretty cool. It should come out really nice. I can't find the glass at the moment though, so that's a bit of an annoyance, but I'm pretty sure I've got another panel somewhere anyway, so that's cool. And that's really it for this one. Oh, this is all going to fall apart. This collection of farm machinery and a team transport metal base is going to become a doof wagon of some kind. Just printed a load of generic speakers off of Thingiverse. I think the height I'm going to change though. This is going to be, they're going to be in here, so it's going to be a little bit lower. I think. I haven't decided yet. Might extend it. Don't know yet. I literally just jammed some bits together. Did some rough work to make this cab fit. I like the cab. It's cool. Thinking about extending out the back here, putting a platform on, a bit higher, speakers, all that jazz, like a little stage. See if I can find some sort of KISS, K-I-S-S, KISS, like band members on Thingiverse, something that I can shrink down to 20mm scale. Yeah, all that sort of jazz. Might add a couple of my little turrets on the corners where I have a big platform above. There'll be space underneath, a bit like an aircraft carrier for me to have a set of turrets in the middle, like probably flamers or something like that. Yeah, try and go like a music wagon / doof style wagon. It's a bit different to what every other bugger does, which is nothing wrong with that, but that's how I like it to be. Yeah, that's really it. Other stuff that's been going on. People keep asking me about this diorama display. Get off. There we go, about this diorama display thing. I won't be doing a video on it because I've already built it. I did like an Instagram photo diary of it. We'll be building a new diorama soon though. At some point, it's right down my list though. Other things happening now, change this room around, move my printer and stuff, got more space, cars, bits. This is all bits mostly, and cars. Terrain, doing another terrain video soon, it's on my list. Cats raw, my cats can't write. My partner thinks she's funny. I've got an unboxing comes design, MIG review done, white tongues review, do that. MM vid, MC Armour 3D vid, done that already. A cut and shut car. Yeah, that's coming up. My partner wants to choose a car and the colour and the weapons for me to build. Highway Patrol, Big Bertha Freeze done. All the trades up there. Yeah, so I've changed this around. Got rid of my other display cabinet there. Some Task Force coming to collect that today. Someone's bought that from me. And then, yeah, that's it really. And these are the doof stuff I printed off today. And I printed some other stuff now. And that's it. Let's just put that back down. So yeah, lots of stuff coming up. Loads more videos coming up. Got lots of content planned. So yeah. Commissions are back open again now as well. Now I've cleared a load of work off. I've only got a few things to work on. So if you're interested in any commissions, let me know. Same as parts. If you got any ideas for parts you want me to have a look at, I can. I've got a huge list though that I'm working through steadily. So anything new will get added on to the bottom. But yeah, just drop me a comment below, it's fine. Alright then folks, be good to each other, look after each other and all that sort of jazz, and help each other out. And if you are in the UK and you haven't already on Facebook, get onto my group Gaslands Pay It Forward. It's where we're helping each other out, helping out people that are looking for stuff or people that can't afford parts and stuff. I've sent out a few boxes to people, loads of other people have been sorting stuff out. It's no real money involved in it. It's not buying stuff, it's all about trading. Don't want any like scalping or money involved. If someone needs a specific car and you've got 4 of them, or you find 4 of them, put them up there, trade services for bits, all that jazz. Yeah, Gaslands, Pay It Forward on Facebook. I'll put a link to it below. I just want to get as many people in the UK. We've got such a good hobby following family in the UK that we just help each other out, stuff like that. Anyone's in need of anything, I've got plenty of stuff as well, so you can always drop me a message. No taking a piss, alright?